One of the hardest parts of starting tissue culturing is sourcing equipment from different places. Today, I'll show you a beginner kit that solves that problem in a very simple way. Hello guys, welcome back to my video. My name is Pang. I know I haven't been posting lately, but I'm back and Happy New Year everyone. Today we'll be doing something new, so there's an update. Now I'm officially a brand ambassador of Plant Cell Technologies. That's a cool t-shirt. They sent me some stuff. Basically, I'm gonna be doing a small review here today and we'll be using all of the stuff they sent me to make this video. They kindly sent me this kit and I got a t-shirt. It says Plant Cell Technology and some nerdy stuff at the back, which I really like. And they sent me this bag. And I believe this is called a biocoupler, which is a manual version of a bioreactor. So you're supposed to tilt it, or if there's a fancier version, then you attach it to like a mechanical arm and then it twists every now and then with a timer. But that's not what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to be preparing a media according to the instruction that they gave me in this box. I am going to be demonstrating it now. Let's go. This is what it looks like inside. Honestly, the starter kit is designed really well. Everything is neatly packed and clearly thought out. They also provide a detailed step-by-step guide, which is very helpful. However, I won't be disclosing that information in this video. They include 3 hormones, IBA, NAA, and BAP, which is honestly more than enough if you're just starting out. And what I really like is that they're already dissolved in solution form, so you don't have to dissolve anything yourself. That part alone can be very confusing for beginners. They also give you ppm, plant preservative mixture, which I personally use a lot and have mentioned in my previous video. They also provide agar, however you want to pronounce it, and of course MS media with vitamins ready to use. And the last solution in this starter box is pH up and down, which you use to adjust the media's pH. Now let's talk about the containers and the basic lab tools. They give you 10 autoclavable PP containers and 5 glass vials. I really love how this box is designed. When you lift this part up, the tools are stored right underneath. You get 1 stainless steel forceps, 1 stainless steel scalpel with a cap, 1 surgical blade, and 4 disposable pipettes. Some equipment isn't included in their starter kit, so you'll need to get a few extra items, but these are just basic household tools. If you don't already have them, affordable options from eBay or Amazon will work just fine. You'll need a pH meter, a digital scale, a regular white sugar, distilled water, a stove or a heat source, and something to stir with. Now that we're done introducing the equipment, let's move to the practical part. First of all, gloves. Please, please, please always wear gloves when handling chemicals. First, fill your container above halfway with water. I'm using distilled water here. If you really can't find distilled water, RO water is also fine. Next, weigh out the MS media. According to the instructions on the bottle, it's 4.43 grams per liter. Since I'm preparing 2 liters today, I'll be using double that amount. Add the MS media into the solution and stir until it's fully dissolved. Don't heat the solution at this stage, we'll do it at the very last step. If you still have some MS media left in the cup, use a bit of extra water to rinse it in. Now add white sugar, 30 grams per liter. Again, since I'm making 2 liters, I'll be using double the amount. If there's any sugar left in the cup, use a bit of extra water to rinse it in again. Take some time to stir here. Sugar can be a bit hard to dissolve without heat, so make sure it's mixed well. Next is ppm. The instructions recommend using 1 to 2 milliliters per liter. Since I'll be autoclaving this media, I'll stick with 1 milliliter per liter. If you're using a microwave method or not autoclaving, using 2 milliliters per liter is a better option. I will be using this media later to multiply my philodendron, so I'm going to use BAP. The BAP provided is already dissolved in a concentration of 1 milligram per milliliter. That means I'll use 1 milliliter per liter, so again double the amount, 2 milliliters for 2 liter. Again, stir. Now top up the solution with the water to reach the full designated volume and stir again. Next, we adjust the pH level. I like to keep it between 5.6 and 5.8. If your pH isn't in this range, adjust it using the provided pH up or down. Now, the last step before heating. adding agar. The recommended amount is 6 grams per liter, so I'll be using 12 grams for 2 liters. Add the agar slowly while stirring to prevent lumping, and make sure everything is mixed really well until fully dissolved. Now, heat the solution and bring it to a boil, stirring continuously to prevent burning at the bottom. I'm going to remove a bit of the solution here because it will overspill once it starts boiling. Once it's boiling, I'll add the remaining solution back in and stir again. I'll let the solution cool down slightly before pouring, since it's still very hot. Pour the media into the containers to the level you're comfortable with. Don't pour too little, it'll be difficult to insert specimens later, and don't pour too much, it's just a waste of resources. Also, try to avoid spilling on the rim, as they can cause contamination later on. Now, place the lids lightly. Don't fully tighten them or they'll vacuum and collapse inside the autoclave. I'll arrange the containers onto the rack, and I'm also adding some jars of distilled water that I'll use later during subculturing sessions. These tall vales are a bit tricky since I don't have a holder, so I'm placing them in the corners to keep them stable. Now, I'll show you my secrets, how I autoclave my tools. I'm using PP bags and sealing them with a bag sealer. Sterilization pouches are available, but since I don't have them and PP bags are just much more cheaper. I'm also autoclaving some papers that I'll be using later. Next, I add distilled water into the autoclave, I stack the racks and close the lid tightly. I'm using a Chinese brand autoclave and it had worked really well for me. I'll run this at 121 degrees Celsius and 15 psi for 15 minutes. Once it reaches 121 degrees and 15 psi, the countdown starts. Alright, it's time for dinner. I'll come back later.
A few moments later.
Dinner took a bit longer than expected, but I'm back. Before opening the autoclave, always make sure that there's no pressure left. Everything looks good, but it seems I've tightened some containers too much and they have vacuumed. I'll let them sit and cool down. And here it is, everything I autoclaved today all looked really good. And that's it for this video. In the next part, I'll be using this media for subculturing and actually putting it into use. I know it was probably very boring. I made this video as short as possible. I'm sharing it because I was once a beginner too, and it was so hard to find clear guidance. So this is me trying to make this video as simple as possible to help you guys get started. If you'd like to support this channel, just consider subscribing to this channel. It will help me a lot. And if you're interested in the starter kit or anything from Plant Cell Technology, please use my code here and you will get 10% off on every order. If you find this video helpful, please consider pressing like or leaving some comments. And ask any questions you want in the comment section. I'll try to reply as much as I can. And if you don't want to miss any future videos, please subscribe so that you can stay in touch with me. And I'll see you on the next video, which is the part 2 of this video. I'll be using the media I prepared today for subculturing. Bye!